So basically, I woke up and I saw this. And if any of you have followed me on Twitter or whatever for any amount of time, you would know I have been dying. Like I would sell my left nut to see a Goku and Piccolo LR. And yes, this is a Goku and Piccolo LR, but not the one I was thinking of. This is cool though. I'm really glad they did this, and I kind of expected it, and they're deserving of it from this movie. But still, I think the Saiyan Saga would be better. I think having the two of them as an LR or some sort of unit super attack with Goku as the LR and Piccolo as the unit super attack, so just some sort of combination of that, it deserves a good card. And seeing this and remembering that, it got me thinking, what would a Saiyan Saga category actually be like? Would it be crap? Would it be actually good? And I decided, you know what? Let's actually go into Dokkan right now and just look through what they actually have in terms of Saiyan Saga cards. Just letting this animation finish because I like the animations too. The animations look very nice for this. Alright, you know what? Well, these are just the same things, just with them shirtless. They strip. That's one of the best parts of the card. They strip. Alright, now let's actually go into here. Okay. I went through and I saw that there's not really that many Saiyan Saga cards in the game right now. Obviously, this could change, and this is just my inventory. This isn't a box that has every single card that would be on this category. There are some I'm missing, like, for example, him. This guy would obviously be on Saiyan Saga. I don't have him. But still, going back to my box, this is like a good majority of the cards, and there's not many. There's not really many. Like, if we look, there are some recent ones and some good ones. Like, Raditz is pretty good. This guy's okay, and same for the Vegeta that comes alongside him. A lot of people hate this card. I like it. I think it's okay. It does its job well. I use it more for World Tournament though, which I'm sure everyone does. But it's like a decent card. But that's besides the point. He's good for free to play, especially. He's really nice, and I haven't fully easy-ate him, but from what I've heard, he's very good. But yeah, it's like not really. Oh, I forgot these two. These two are good. But yeah, there's not like too much on this category that you could work with. At least stuff that are in the game at the moment. Like, even if you look at like the Great Ape cards, only Vegeta would be on here. I have the Great Ape Raditz and Great Ape Nappa. They wouldn't be on that category because they never turned into a Great Ape during the Saiyan Saga. So only this guy would make it on. And a lot of the cards in the game right now that would be in the Saiyan Saga category, it's just Goku and Vegeta cards. Like him. It's just mostly them. Oh, there's my Nappa dupe too. Yeah, and besides those two, there's not like much. I mean, there's some Raditz cards here and there. They're mostly crap except for the tech one. And I mean, I guess he's okay. And there's Kid Gohan. There's some Kid Gohans here and there. And there is actually one thing that I saw that I was thinking of. He's not actually here. But you have this Gohan who's a boss, which they could throw in as an actual card. But again, besides the point. So if you look, there's not really like too much on this category that would be useful. And if anything, you'd be better off just running a pure Saiyans category, because when you're looking at most of the good cards on this saga, at least for now, are Saiyan cards. I mean, it is the Saiyan Saga, obviously, but you get the point. It's not really a good category right now, or at least once it's created, it won't be. I remember, though, when... Okay, this one was created kind of recently. This one was only made, like, 2 years ago. The Android and Cell Saga category. There weren't too many on this category before, either. I mean, there were, like, a good chunk of cards. But if you look through, most of the good cards on here that are, like, usable, they're either some sort of new awakening, they're easy aid, or they're just a new card in general. A lot of these cards are from post-2019. Either starting from this actual celebration with these two on it, or they're just like other cards that were in the game before but got easy aid, like this one. So that's not to say that the Saiyan Saga would be like kind of dead on arrival, because this category is a very similar thing. It got updated really quickly at like a breakneck pace, it got a bunch of new cards like within a few months, and then as time went on, you got more and more things getting added to it. Like you had, what the hell? I don't even know. You had Gohan. This, for example, which is weird. I always forget he's on Android Saga, but they also made accommodations to make it more, you know, fitting. Like this guy, like you wouldn't really expect future Gohan to be on. It makes sense, but they made the accommodation to put him on there, so I guess that like kind of beefed with the category a bit. And also, it did contain the Mecha Frieza stuff and the stuff with Trunks to expand it out. The thing is, the Saiyan Saga doesn't really have that benefit. The Android Saga, it contains a lot of the future stuff too, which is why you have the androids on here, which aren't even part of that main saga. They're from the future. And you have like the stuff with Trunks showing up. You have the stuff before the androids even show up in the past. Blah, blah, blah. Saiyan Saga doesn't really have that benefit. So it's not to say that the category is dead on arrival, but it's also not going to have the same sort of benefits. Oops, I went through the wrong thing. Where the hell is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, so it's not going to have the same benefits as the other categories. Like, another good one, for example. Let's go over to, what's it called? Buu Saga, right here. So, Buu Saga has a ton of cards, because the Buu Saga is a very long saga, and this contains, like, more than just what actually happened in the arc. Like, for example, West Supreme Kai. She wasn't really involved in the arc, it was, like, a flashback, but they included her. Or, Oob. This was like post Buu Saga, but they still counted. That was like the Peaceful World Saga. So they had that stuff. And then obviously the Buu Saga itself is really like a long arc. So they got all this other good stuff in there that is actually part of the saga. Saiyan Saga is just not really like as long as others. It's kind of like, in terms of length, it's very similar to Namek, I guess. If I recall, I'm trying to remember how many chapters it is. It's not like that long compared to some of the others in terms of chapter length. Namek, this category right here, it also kind of has the same problem, which I mentioned a few days ago in one of my videos, saying, oh, this is not really a good category, and even if they do try to save it in the future, a lot of it is just going to be Goku unless they get really creative with it, and Saiyan Saga suffers from that same problem. So, point of the video being, it all started because I wanted a Goku and Piccolo card, like, you know, Dragon Ball Legends did one of those. They were separate cards, except you had the LF Piccolo, and then you had whatever the hell else on there. Oh wait, why'd I turn that off? But I do want those in the game, and a Saiyan Saga category would be cool, but I feel like at the moment, if you look at this, and yeah, there's a few more that I'm missing, probably would only fill up like about, only like about a screen worth, maybe a little more, once you include like all the unawakened versions of these. It wouldn't really be that expansive of a category. They would really need to try and beef it up quick. They would have to release a couple free-to-play units alongside it. It would have to be a dual Dokkan Fest, I think, to make it work. They could easily do that with a dual Dokkan Fest, although I was about to say maybe another Vegeta Dokkan Fest wouldn't be that amazing, but there isn't a Dokkan Fest for the Vegeta in this saga, so it would be fitting. There's an LR, but there's no Dokkan Fest, and that would be something deserving of it. Same with Kaioken Goku. So I feel like that would be the best option for them to do. Make a dual Dokkan Fest. So you get 4 cards just from those 2 banners right there. Add a couple free-to-plays in. And then you do a part 2 with some sort of LR. Whether that be, you know, Goku and Piccolo from the Raditz stuff. Or you have, I don't even know. You give an Easy 8 to Piccolo, which everyone's been asking for. Something like that. You could beef this category up pretty easily. It's just at the moment, this wouldn't really be a good fit in the game. And I feel like that's why they never did it. I remember last year there was a lot of speculation because these 2 guys got added in the game, and this is before I had this channel, but I would have said back then, it wouldn't really make sense to make a category for that at the moment because there weren't that many cards. Like, if you look, I've said it like a billion times during this video, but this is not worthwhile of a category. Like, just compare it, even, for example, this one is not really that long of an arc, but there's so many characters in it that it benefits from that. Even like this, Saiyan Saga doesn't have that benefit. Or, here's another good comparison, Shadow Dragon Saga. This one isn't like a huge arc, and I guess it's more comparable to the Saiyan Saga in terms of length, and this has a category for some reason. Granted, there are more good cards on here than there would be for a Saiyan Saga category, but still, like, it's not a really versatile category, and I don't really like this category in all honesty, because most of the time you're just going to be running like these 5 at the top, and then like a couple others, like obviously this Vegeta, and then him. You're not really going to be running a lot of these. I mean, there are some others here and there, but it's not. It's kind of got the same problem that this one has. There's just not many characters you included in it, and even with this category too, there's more characters in the Shadow Dragon Saga that could be utilized, unlike the Saiyan Saga. The Saiyan Saga's only got, what, the 3 humans. You got Gohan, Piccolo, Goku, Vegeta, Nappa, Raditz, and Yajirobe. So, there's not, like, too much you could do with that. Oh, Chaozu, I forgot him too. I said the 3 humans. But yeah, you don't have that many to work with. That's like about a dozen characters. And if you get creative and start making other... you can make Great Ape Gohan would be a good one, because that's another... there's no naming conflict anymore, which is the thing, so that could help it, but still, you don't want the same character over and over, and some cards, I mean, like a Yajirobe card or Chaozu card, no one's going to be running those, and this is also the only Piccolo in that saga so far that's in the game. I might be missing... I feel like I'm missing one. There's probably something somewhere that I'm missing. Oh, the Super Strike Piccolo, isn't that... I don't even know. I don't mess with the Super Strike cards. But yeah, I think you get my point. There's just not too much to do with this category. Unless you add a bunch of cards right away, I don't see this category getting, like, made, I guess. I was about to say, I don't see this category getting added to the game. I just don't see it, like, happening at all, because you can't work too much with it. It's going to be a boring category, and... I assure you, the second they add this to the game, unless they give some huge change that makes it a lot more expansive, no one's going to be running this anyways. So, I mean, that's basically it for the video. This came out a lot longer than I thought it would be. It was just me kind of discussing my thoughts on the Saiyan Saga category, but let me know below what you think, if you think it'll ever be added to the game, if you want to see an LR Piccolo and Goku like me, or what other ideas you have for that you can add to the category, because I'm kind of drawing a bunch of blanks. I don't really know what else to add. Oh, and here's all my crap gifts from the chain battle that I was ranting about yesterday. Oh, I got some stones at least too. But yeah, that's basically it. So let me know below basically what I just said, and I'll see you all in whatever video is next. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, and goodbye.